Good evening. We will call the Auburn City Council meeting for Monday, July 15th, 2024 to order. We will begin with the land acknowledgement. We would like to acknowledge the federally recognized Muckleshoot Indian tribe, the ancestral keepers of the land we are gathered on today. We thank them for their immense contributions to our state and local history, culture, economy, and identity as Washingtonians. Tonight's council meeting will be held both in person and virtually. If you would all please rise and join in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. And Hannah, will you please call roll?
Deputy Mayor Brown.
Excused.
Councilmember Ammer.
Here.
Councilmember Baldwin.
Here.
Councilmember Rakes.
Here.
Councilmember Clinton Taylor.
Here.
Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
Here.
Councilmember Troutman Well.
Here.
Thank you. All right, we have no announcements, proclamations, or presentations this evening. Do we have any agenda modifications, Hannah?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. We will move to audience participation. This is the place on the agenda where the public is invited to speak to the City Council on any issue. Hannah, do we have any written comment or anyone online wishing to comment? All right. We will move to in-person if, let me see here. The public can participate in person or submit written comments in advance. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to provide public comment this evening? Seeing no one, we will move on. We have no correspondence for council review, so moving to council ad hoc committee reports. Council ad hoc committee chairs may report on the status of their ad hoc council committee's progress on assigned tasks and may give their recommendation to the City Council, if any. We will begin tonight with Council Rules of Procedure ad hoc committee chaired by Council Member Ammer.
We had a 3 meeting, July 2nd and 8th.
Councilmember, can you move a little bit closer or move your microphone closer so it can be picked up? Thank you.
Thank you. We had a 3 meeting, July 2nd and 8 and 15 today. We are focused on ensure clarity, fairness, and consistent information. We will still, to be ready for study session, will be in July 29.
Thank you. And also the Finance Ad Hoc Committee chaired by Councilmember Baldwin.
Thank you, Mayor. The Ad Hoc Finance Committee, consisting of Councilmember Ammer and myself, reviewed a consolidated set of claims vouchers for those dated July 10th, 2024. We reviewed 163 pages of claims vouchers, including 11 electronic fund transfers and 2 wire transfers, for a total of approximately $12.15 million. We also reviewed 1 set of payroll vouchers for a period covering June 27th, 2024 to July 10th, 2024, totaling approximately $3.05 million, which included payroll check numbers 539595 through 539599, as well as electronic deposits. We had a couple questions, but they were all well answered by staff, and so with our completion, we would recommend the approval of vouchers. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, we will move on to the consent agenda. All matters listed on the consent agenda are considered by the City Council to be routine and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed. Is there a motion? Acting Deputy Mayor Troutman.
I'd like to make a motion to accept I'd like to make the motion for the consent agenda.
Thank you. To approve the consent agenda?
To approve the consent agenda.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Rakes.
I'll second that, Mayor.
Thank you. Acting Deputy Mayor Troutman.
As Councilwoman Kate Baldwin mentioned, that they reviewed the minutes of July 1st, 2024, City Council meeting, minutes of July 8th, 2024 study session meeting, claims vouchers for July 10th, which included vouchers numbers 476478 through vouchers 476648 and vouchers 476650 in the amount of $11,500,000, 11 electronic fund transfers in the amount of $1,936, and 2 wire transfers in the amount of $7,715,1,006.74. Claim vouchers, July 10th, 2024, which include vouchers numbers 476649 in the amount of $2,500. Payroll vouchers, check number 539595 through 539599 in the amount of $178,485. Electronic deposit transferred in the amount of $2,869,315 for a grand total of $3,047,800 for the period covering June 27th through July 10th, 2024. That is my move to approve the consent agenda.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments about the consent agenda? All those in favor of the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Consent agenda passes. We have no unfinished business or any new business that I've been made aware, so we will move to ordinances. Number 6943, an ordinance amending sections 3.53.020, 3.53.040, and 3.54.150 of the Auburn City Code relating to the administration of the City Business and Occupation, or B&O tax. Is there a motion? Councilmember Baldwin.
Thank you, Mayor. I would move to approve ordinance number 6943.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Taylor.
I second, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Baldwin.
Thanks. So ordinance number 6943 will amend language to the city's B&O Business and Occupation Tax Code to add clarity and consistent language throughout the code and provide clarifying provisions for eligible interest and penalty waiver requests.
Thank you. Council, are there any questions or concerns? All those in favor of ordinance 6943, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Ordinance number 6943 passes. Ordinance number 6944, an ordinance amending Auburn City Code Section 3.52.020 and repealing Auburn City Code Section 3.52.040 related to the administration of city admissions tax. Is there a motion? Councilmember Baldwin.
Thank you, Mayor. I would move to approve ordinance number 6944.
Thank you. Is there a second? Acting Deputy Mayor Trout Manuel.
I'll second that, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Baldwin.
Ordinance number 6944 is additional cleanup, and so this would amend portions of the admission tax code to add clarity to the definition of admission charge and remove some obsolete licensing requirements. Thank you.
Thank you. Questions or comments from council? All those in favor of ordinance number 6944, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Ordinance number 6944 passes. Moving to resolutions, resolution number 5774, a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement between the City of Auburn and the Cascade Bicycle Club to accept and expend grant funds for the operation of 2 city bicycle programs. Is there a motion? Councilmember Rakes.
I move to approve, or I should say, move to adopt Resolution 5774.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Clinton Taylor.
I second that motion.
Thank you. Councilmember Rakes.
Auburn Parks and Recreation was awarded a grant in the amount of $212,033.49 from the Cascade Bicycle Club for purposes of providing support for a new middle school biking program. Cascade Bicycle Club and the City of Auburn will work with local bike advocates, educators, and local communities to expand the knowledge of bicycle and pedestrian safety, as well as leadership skills to students underserved communities with the goal of improving the health and wellness of our youth, as well as creating a cleaner, greener, and more equitable state.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments? Councilmember Baldwin.
I would just add the comment that I'm really excited to see Cascade Bicycle Club making more of a presence in South King County. I think we've got some of the best bike trails in the region with the Interurban Trail, Green River Trail, and of course our new Cedar Lanes bike park. And so, you know, biking's a fun, active, community building type thing to do. And when we think about ways to be more joyful and connected, no better way than to do it jumping on a bike.
Thank you. Other Yes.
I just want to echo what Councilwoman Baldwin mentioned about getting up and going on your bicycle. It's nice to hear that there's a new middle school bike program also taking advantage of this. It's always nice to see our youth out there and being involved as well. That's what I like to say. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. All those in favor of resolution number 5774, please say aye.
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 All opposed, please say no. Resolution 5774 passes. Well, we quickly moved through the action portion of the meeting this evening, so we will move to mayor and council member reports. At this time, the mayor and city council may report on significant items associated with their appointed position on federal, state, regional, and local organizations. We will begin with Acting Deputy Mayor Trout Manuel.
Thank you, Mayor. On the 7/9/2024, Sound City Association Domestic Violence met with our prosecutor attorney, Dave Martin, and we're planning on doing a get out the information for domestic violence, and we're inviting, it's going to be held in Kent. One of the DV persons from, council member from Kent has volunteered to have it at our city hall. And we're inviting all the prosecutor attorneys, the attorneys, our chiefs of police, our mayors, our council, and anyone that is involved in domestic violence, all our nonprofit organizations. And we're looking to do it in September. We're also inviting the school administrators and some of the counselors and sports coaches to attend this meeting. We're going to have some really nice breakout workshops. It's going to be a breakfast type of setting, so I'll be sending out the information. Sound City Association will be sending our city's information on to hold the date. Then on the same date, I met with the King County Children and Youth Advisory Committee. We're working really hard on establishing and building the relationship back again with the youth detention center, because the committee that we had 2 years ago, they burned some bridges, and now we're starting to rebuild that because we're working more onto not closing the center, but working and building that partnerships with the people in that facility. On 7/12, I and Council Member Clinton Taylor, we did the tour at Scores Jail, and wow, what a great facility. I learned a lot about how all 7 of the cities that are partnerships with that, and I see how Auburn, we're getting our bucks worth. We're paying what we should be paying for what we get. It was very clean. I expected it to be very noisy, and it was so calm. Everybody there were so calm. They took us into some areas that we probably shouldn't have gone, but we went because they couldn't see us. It was all in the back, just to see how they're being treated. So that was a really big eye-opening for me. And then today I met with the Sound City Association Regional Water Quality Committee, and we put the brakes on what they want us to King County wants us to vote on a new tax. And we all agreed, all of the Sound City Association board members, we agreed that we need to put the brakes on. We need to get every city, 38 cities involved to get the same information that we're getting before we make this decision and cost our taxpayers some money. But it was a very interesting meeting. Lots of information. I brought it with me, but there's so much to take in, and we asked for an ad hoc committee for our group to be able to have some of them come and explain to us the graphs and the cost and the terms. It's a 7 to 10 year period that they're looking to raise money, to raise the cost of the water and sewer bill. So that is my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Rakes.
Thank you, Mayor. On July 4th, I attended the 4th of July celebration put on by the city at Lesko Park. Fun was had by all. It was a very hot day. On July 5th, I toured the SCORE jail with Councilmember Amar, and same sentiments that Councilmember Trout Manuel said. On July 10th, I attended the Good Eggs Breakfast. On July 13th, I attended Airport Days, which was very busy and very hot and was wonderfully done. Later that night, I attended the 3rd annual Celebrate 18 benefit dinner where girls that are aging out of foster care were recognized and celebrated, and that was really just a very fun, heartwarming benefit dinner that I really enjoyed.
Thank you. Councilmember Clinton Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. This week I had an opportunity, as Councilmember Trout Manuel said, to do a tour of the SCORE jail facility in Des Moines. It's my first time visiting that facility since it's been open. And I'll echo that I was impressed by how the facility is run. Actually, the executive director there and I used to work together, so it was good seeing her again. And there's a lot of good things going on, a lot of resources available for individuals there. So I was really excited to see how things are going and working there as well. And then also I got a chance, along with the mayor, a couple other city council members, to attend the Celebrate 18 program through Eileen and Callie's place. And that was really heartwarming to see the community wrapping their arms around embracing young ladies who are getting ready to exit out of the foster system. I think that's a population that sometimes goes missed. And so to be able to see those young ladies, at least for a night, to be recognized and celebrated was awesome. And so I was just honored to be in that space. That's it.
Thank you. Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
No report this time, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Baldwin.
Thank you, Mayor. My big excitement was making it out to Airport Days and getting to jump in one of the open-top airplanes. I did not fly it, but it was fun pretending like I was. So I imagine I felt almost as excited as those kids who got to go up. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Ammer.
I was planning not to say anything. I attend 4th of July, but I thought I want to mention the bags. They give away nice, different bag. The city, we had amazing bag. That's what I attend 4th of July, and that's it. If you didn't get bag, you miss a lot.
Thank you. So I would like to also share my appreciation for the Parks Department and all of the volunteers and employees who worked the 4th of July celebration. And that is led each year by Christy Pichars and Julie Kruger. Daryl, you have an amazing group of people who know exactly how to put on a fabulous event in the city of Auburn, and really appreciate all of the work that they do. And they've got it down to a science. And once again this year, you were not responsible for weather this year, but it still turned out well. First time in many, many years that you weren't responsible for the weather. So just sharing publicly my appreciation for all of those involved. And on the Wednesday, the 10th of July, along with fellow mayors, especially Mayor Ralph and Renton President, Council President Ed Prince, we attended the Executive Leadership Advisory Group on Preventing Gun Violence. It was the second meeting that this Leadership Advisory Group has had, and there was a report from Seattle and King County who had started that day their 100 days of action for gun violence. One of the things that Mayor Ralph and I talked about at the end, because they said they had not heard any comments during the meeting from South King County, was to remind that there needs to be accountability. It's really scary right now with all of the young people, all of the juveniles who are either being shot or are those who are the shooters. And we need to make sure that there is accountability for everyone involved in this. Whomever is providing the guns, those who are shooting, regardless of their age, there needs to be accountability involved in this. Yes, they can be victims, but they also need to be held accountable. And there are restorative justice opportunities. And I know in South King County, we will be fighting and supporting any and all of those restorative justice opportunities and making sure that the voice in South King County is heard. Want to say thank you for Auburn Airport Days, Ingrid Gaub and Tim Mansonides. Great job once again. I believe it was 198 children, youth were able to have a flight that day. And that is significant because so many more of the pilots, owners, and pilots were willing to go up and share that flying experience and love of flying with children in our area. And it wasn't just from Auburn. There were people from throughout this region who came. I think that speaks volumes about, once again, a great event in our city, but also for those interested in flight. So great job. I know the weather once again was warm, so I kept telling everyone to make sure they were hydrated and put on their sunscreen. But I think everyone who was out there that day had a great time. And before we leave tonight, I would be remiss to not share a couple of things, Council. One, you know that for almost the past year, we have had an acting city attorney. At first, it was Harry Boucher, and most recently, it has been Doug Ruth and Charlotte Story, both of whom have done exceptional work. We have made an offer, and there has been an offer accepted for a new city attorney, and the council confirmation will be coming to the August 5th meeting. That will be Jason Whalen, who has accepted the position. He is also the current mayor of Lakewood, but has been an attorney for many years. So you will be receiving all of the information on Jason, his resume, and other information in the very near future. But before we leave tonight, I want to say thank you to Doug Ruth. Doug has spent 14 years in service to the city of Auburn. And sadly for us, Doug has accepted a position as the deputy city attorney in the city of Sumner. His last official day with the city of Auburn will be July 19th. Doug, thank you so much for everything that you have provided to this city, not only your legal expertise, but your willingness to be involved, your sense of humor, your love of Legos, and so many other things. You will be dearly missed, and I thank you very much for all of your service to this community.
Thank you very much, Mayor. It's been a pleasure working with the council members and yourself and the staff. The staff has been great, and I can't say too much about how good a staff we have at this city. I hope Sumner has as good. Thank you.
I hope Sumner knows just how fortunate they are to be having you as their new deputy city attorney. We have no need for an executive or closed session this evening, I believe, so we are adjourned.